this is our Facebook Live on how to do a 5-minute face. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Layla Kelling, and I'm an area manager and independent consultant with Arbonne. So if you're not familiar with our products, just to let you know, they are botanically based, they are vegan, free from chemical dyes and fragrances, and basically all of the nasties that you don't want in your skincare or your makeup. So let's get started. I'm just gonna clip my hair back so y'all can see better. If you don't have alligator clips like these are a great addition to your toolbox. You can buy them at Ulta or CVS or wherever. So first, I prepped my skin using the RE9 Advanced System, which I used this morning. So this is my bare face. Enjoy it. You can see that I have a couple of blemishes, which, you know, I'm a human. So even with using the RE9, even using Arbonne, you know, it happens. So first, I like to start out by prepping my lips using either the Liquid Sunshine Lip Balm or the Arbonne Intelligence Lip Treatment. Just a personal preference. When my lips are drier, you know, more towards the winter, I like to use lip treatment. In the summer, I like to use the lip balm. So again, just personal preference. So I've already done that. So we're gonna start out with the makeup primer. I'm just gonna put sort of a pea-sized amount on my finger and rub it around my hand just to warm it up. And then I'm gonna put it all over my face, including my eyelids. It is ophthalmologist tested, just to prep my skin. And this is also going to reduce the look of redness and reduce the look of the size of my pores. I actually kind of have big pores. And I apologize if I'm very sniffly because I have allergies and I can't take any more medicine or I would basically pass out. So after that, we are going to use the Perfecting Liquid Foundation. My color is Buff. And I didn't use any concealer. You know, of course you can do that if that's your personal preference. And I also didn't use any concealer on my blemishes because I wanted you guys to be able to see what they look like, you know, just with the coverage of our foundation. And it is very buildable, which is one of the things that I love about it. So I'm just gonna use sort of a light coverage today because, you know, we're doing sort of a light, fresh face. But if you were going out at night or you wanted a little bit more coverage, you could just layer more on. So you could also use the mineral powder foundation if that's your preference. I prefer the liquid. So I'm just gonna put just sort of, again, maybe a little bit bigger than a pea-sized amount on my hand. I like to do that just to warm it up a little bit into my skin. I'm going to apply it using a beauty blender. This is not an Arbonne product. You can buy them on Amazon and Sephora. My only caution is that you do buy the Beauty Blender brand. Don't buy something called Makeup Sponge because they just really aren't the same. You could also use your hand. I also have a MAC brush that I use sometimes, but the Beauty Blender is kind of just my go-to option. So I'm just going to sort of dab it on and then stipple it onto my face. And I have a mirror kind of below the camera here, so if I'm looking down, that is where I am looking. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to see what I'm doing rather than staring into the camera. And if you guys are on and have questions, please feel free to ask them. I can see what you're saying, you know, what you're commenting. So I would love to answer any questions that you have about the products or about what I'm doing. I do put this all over my eyelids. I like to put it on my lips, basically everywhere. Make sure you blend it in pretty well around your chin. Nobody wants that line of demarcation where your chin, you know, you've got that like right there. Nobody wants that. First off, that probably means your foundation may be the wrong color, but still, even if it's the right color, you do want to blend it in. So that's that, super easy. I personally like to set my foundation with translucent setting powder. If you want to do your look, you don't have to do that. It's just my own personal preference. I am using the powder brush from Arbonne's Brush Pack. This is a super affordable set of brushes, and I love how they are labeled. I'm not sure that you can see, and if you can, it's probably backwards, but it says what each brush is for. So if you are a novice makeup person, you know what to do with it. So I'm just gonna put some powder on the brush, and then I'm gonna just put it all over my face. You can probably see that it is flying all over the room. I usually don't do this when I'm already dressed for this reason. And this just sort of sets it. Then I am going to use the Prime and Proper Eye Makeup Primer because while this face does take 5 minutes, I don't want it to come off in 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna put that on my eyelid. Also, I should have cautioned you at the beginning of this video that while this is a 5-minute face, it is going to take me a little bit longer than that to explain it because I am explaining what I am doing. So I just rub it in with my fingers, like so. Like that. Next, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I use the Shape It Up brow pencil. I use dark because obviously I have dark hair, I have very dark brows. Most people would not probably need dark, you'd probably need the medium or the light. So one end has your spoolie in it, so I'm just gonna go in and sort of tame my unruly brows, like so. And I'm sure I make lots of ridiculous faces when I am putting on my makeup, but there's usually nobody behind the mirror watching me. So then I just take the pencil end, this end, and I just sort of make like little, dash marks, sort of, I guess. Basically, I want it to look like hair. I don't want it to look like I've drawn on my eyebrows because that's not a great look. It's also super hard sometimes to make your eyebrows look even. Nobody's eyebrows are perfectly even. Nobody's face is perfectly even. Just do the best that you can. And if you're new to kind of eyebrow stuff, just do it slowly and don't add too much. It's always easier to, to add more than to take it off. Then I just take the spoolie and I kind of just blend it in. The idea is for it to look natural and not like I have drawn in my eyebrows. Oh, thank you. So next we are going to do eyeshadow. I am using one of these great little palettes. This is Opal and Driftwood, which are these two colors. They're super basic, but you can do a ton with them. So again, I'm using the brushes from the Arbonne makeup set, and this is the bigger of the two brushes. I am just going to take the Opal, and I am going to put it all over my lid, from the lash line to the brow bone. And like I said with the brows, it's the same thing with basically any makeup, but especially like eyeshadows, you can always add more and it's much harder to take it off without washing your whole face. So, always err on the side of caution. You can put more on, it's harder to take it off. Then I'm going to use the shading brush from the Arbonne makeup set, and I'm gonna put that in Driftwood. And I am just going to kind of go in the corner of my eye, like so. Hi, Laura. And then go across like this in the crease and sort of blend it in. And if it's not dark enough for you, you can always add more. What I love about these two colors is that you can really take this from day to night if you had something to do at night, and of course one eye looks darker than the other. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more over here. But you can make these colors as light or as dark as you want. You could also smudge a little bit of the driftwood underneath the lower lash line if you wanted a darker look for evening or just for daytime. Next, I'm going to line my upper lid with the Fine Line pencil liner. This is in Sage. It is a green color. I know that sounds super odd, but I found it works on every skin tone, every eye color, and I just love it because it's just a great neutral, but it's a little different. It's not as harsh as black. It's not as sort of bland and normal as brown. It's just something different, and it looks great on everyone. So under the like, you're not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway, I pull my eyelid out like this, and I'm just gonna line my upper lash line, keeping it as close and thin to my lash line as possible. And you can always smudge that out a little bit if it looks like a really super harsh line. Oh, sorry guys, I know I'm looking too low for you to actually see. I'm trying to move it up, maybe. All right, so I did the upper lash line. If you're going for an evening look, you could do the lower lash line, smudge it out. You could tight line the waterline of your eyes. If those are things you guys want to like learn how to do, just comment below and I can do another video at another time. So far, my most requested thing was this 5-minute face, so that's what we're starting with. This is my first Facebook Live. It's totally weird to watch yourself on video and then hear it. So, I don't really love the sound of my voice, which I'm sure you guys don't love the sound of your voices either. Next, I'm going to take this. It's a Long Story mascara. This mascara has won like tons of awards because everybody loves it. So what's really so special about it is this proprietary brush, or one of the things that's so special about it. And so when I put my mascara on, the best way I have found to do it, and again, a lot of this is personal preference, it's what works for you, is to just shimmy it up your lashes. And that way you don't get a ton of clumps and you can sort of differentiate out all those lashes. I do not, for a daytime look, put any mascara on the bottom lashes. If I was doing like a more nighttime look, or I had some, shadowing on the bottom, I would probably do that. Do not, guys, ever do this with your mascara. Don't do that. It just puts air in there and bacteria, and then your mascara is gonna go bad. And eye makeup is one of those things that you have to replace mascara pretty often because your eye has tons of bacteria on it and it gets in there and, ick. So, and nobody wants an eye infection. So I replace mine every 2 to 3 months. I think like officially it's supposed to be 6 weeks. That's like a little much for me. You can totally tell when it's gone bad. It starts to be clumpy and weird. Sometimes it smells. Just get a new one. So here's the other side. And like to get the inner lashes, because I'm a righty, I kind of have to do a little shimmy and turn the wand on my left eye. And I just realized that I forgot my blush, so I'm going to do that. I use Apricot, and I'm using the cheek brush. It's so nice of them to label it. And I'm just kind of going up into my hairline and down onto my cheek because that's how you would naturally blush. You don't want to do this like circle thing on your cheeks, which, I will admit that when I was younger I did, but you just start to look like Raggedy Ann, and that's not like a natural kind of thing. So just avoid it. Then to finish off, we're just gonna do a super light lip. I'm using the Peach lip liner. Reasons to use a lip liner. it shows you where your lips are. When your lipstick or your lip gloss comes off, there's still something on your lips, and it will make your lip gloss or lipstick stay on longer. So I just line my lips, and if you're not like great at like lining, like you don't have a steady hand, or like a good tip is just to kind of go like an X, like up like this and down like that, and you can get a really nice Cupid bow. You can't see it too much with this color, but if it was a darker color, you'd be able to see. And I just line my lips. Like so. And then I fill them in. If I wanted a more dramatic look, I could line the outside with a darker color and line the inside with this is my go-to color. This is what I always line my lips with. And I use this color no matter basically what lipstick I'm wearing, unless it's like a bright, bright red. This is always what I use. And then I'm going to use the lip gloss. Well, Armand calls it lip polish. And this is in Primrose. And then I just like to wipe kind of the excess off on the top there. Kind of makes it goopy, but, and then just put it on. If anybody has any questions, just type them in the comments below. And that is essentially my 5-minute face. Hair down. So, you saw me before. This is the after. If you have any questions about this, you can comment below. I'm pretty sure you can comment on this even when it's not live, and I'd be happy to answer them. You can message me, or you can talk to your consultant if you want to get any of these products, if I don't happen to be your consultant, and they can show you how to get them 20 to 40% off. And that is pretty much it, unless somebody has a question. Don't see any questions. Thanks everybody for your compliments. So I have to lift this up to turn it off. But everybody have a great day, and if you want to see other tutorials about different looks or whatever, just let me know. I can't come to anybody's house and do it for them every day, sorry. Thanks guys, and have a happy Thursday.